welcome. This is Product of the 80s podcast. I am your host, Black V. I have my beautiful guest with me, along with my special co-host guest, my partner in crime, Annie Miller. Say what up, Annie. Well, she on mute again and frozen. Her computer, her signal a little bit messed up, but Annie is here with us. I also have three amazing guest people I've known since childhood who are out here and kind of helping keep America going with all this crazy madness going on right now and whatnot with the whole shortage of supplies and so forth. So they are kind of the backbone to helping this country keep flowing, keep rolling. And so I like to welcome. I'm gonna start off with the beautiful queen at the top, Kiki. Is it Ali or Ally?
It's Ally, but you can say
Ally.
Yeah.
Hey, are you related to April?
Yes, that's my cousin.
You know she my auntie because Aaron is my uncle.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I love calling her auntie because she gets so pissed off at me. But yo, that's Kiki right there. Kiki, I want you to tell people where you represent, where you from first and foremost, and a little bit about yourself.
Like I said, I am a 40-year-old virgin, truck driver. I've been in the game for about since 07.
Right.
Nice.
I'm from the Youngstown East Side till I die. And that's it.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you. I hear Tweety in the background.
Yeah, he's about to act up.
Yep. Okay, so next I'm gonna go with the homie. I've known this brother Rail since I don't know, like what, ninth grade. Ninth grade, we lived on the street together. Statute of limitations make it okay for me to tell. This brother right here, we used to steal his mother's car early in the morning while she's still asleep and go joyriding before school every morning, ride off to McDonald's and everything else, and then drop it off and then walk our dumb asses all the way back up to Rand.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to talk about that shit. Yeah, listen, no.
But that's the homie Rail Carter, brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How you?
Bless, King. Yo, man, tell the people a little bit about yourself. I know you got some New York in you too, so make sure you represent that in, yo.
Oh yeah, BK all day to the day I die. But moved out here from Brooklyn.
Okay. Nice. How long you been on the road?
I first got my CDLs in 08. Then I stopped driving back in 2011 because I was in a bad accident. So after my accident, I went to school to get my degree. You know what I mean? So I got my business degree. Then I'm like, after a while of doing that, I got tired of doing that. So I decided to go back and get my CDLs last year. I've been driving ever since.
Nice, brother. Well, I'm happy you safe, you alive, and got your education on at the same time, and back there out on the roads, helping keeping this damn crazy ass country going. Next, I got the homie Albert. I've known this brother. Oh man, it's been a long since like what, junior high, elementary, bro.
Yeah, long time, man.
Long time. Long time.
Yeah.
This brother also is not he's also not just a on the road trucker or on the road supporter of keeping this country running, but he also is an entrepreneur. He does t-shirts as well as a couple other things he's got his hands into. So this brother is always on the grind, on a mission. And hella dope with sitting there with photography too. I've definitely peeped him out. You have to check his IG out. I'll leave the IG in the comments below and all their social media in the comments below. So brother, tell them a little bit about yourself, bro.
You can't forget about Al being Mr. Speaker and shorter there install, right? Bro, yeah, man, yeah. I've been truck driving for like 11 years now, man, and I stepped outside the box of that and just dipped into a couple little things just to, keep it going. I don't like to sit down. You know what I'm saying? I felt like once I kept going, I wanted to get more. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to see what else was out there. You know what I'm saying? I do a little bit of this or do a little bit of that.
I mostly do it for the people. You know what I'm saying? I try to see what the people need or what the people want. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it flowing. Besides, truck driving. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right.
pretty cool, I guess. You know what I mean?
Dope. And for those of y'all not familiar, for the listeners who was not, that's over there is Queen Annie, one of the co-hosts. She's my co-host today, but she's one of the co-hosts also to Queens with Attitude podcast. These women are phenomenal. I have to definitely give them props. They dropped their second episode, which drops actually tonight. Brought to you by, just like this podcast is by Truth Entertainment Films as well as AAA Productions. Queen Annie, thank you for blessing me with your presence again. This is my partner in crime. Me and her are about to put out a lot more content into this podcast world. If you are a stripper or former stripper, and you funny or you can talk, you say what?
Big teens
What you
coming.
saying? Oh, it's coming.
Big teens.
Big teens.
I am a former stripper as well.
Oh wow.
I think this is the first time I ever met a stripper, a former stripper that's a virgin. Wow.
Yeah. It was tempting though. I had a lot of time.
Ali, you a legend, man. You a legend. When I seen you in the truck, I'm like, man, look at that right there. You a legend.
Thank you.
Kudos, man. Blessings and everything. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. It's always a blessing to see y'all, man. Hell yeah, always.
Dope. So thank all of y'all for being a guest here on the Product of the 80s podcast. With the Product of the 80s, my goal is to have real conversations and try to tap in some of the things that's going on and speak about things that I really don't get to touch on AAA, the AAA podcast, because me and my co-host Tia, we just crazy as hell. We just make people laugh, but still talk about real shit, but not in depth. On Product of the 80s, I like to go in depth and talk about some of the more serious topics that's going on. And right now, all of you guys are been very vital to the constant running of this country and keeping everything going by running the roads. I know I've seen Kiki a lot of times where she's been all over the place, and I've seen Albert. I've seen you like been a lot more on the East Coast and up and down the South too a little bit there.
Yeah, man, my route been running me. I guess you could call it regional. I guess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of up and down. A lot of up and down.
Right.
A lot of the scenery too, man.
Okay. Nice. And thank all of y'all. Real, I know Real been hit from going off the road to jumping back on the road. Rail has been right now. You're doing would that be considered local right now?
Yeah, local. I'm city right now. I left that over the road. You can have that shit out. Yeah, I'm cool with that shit.
I just got into it, man. I was doing local-ish. I was driving flatbed, man, for like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? It was real cool. And I moved over to Sharon. I bought a house in Sharon, man, and I jumped into the flatbed. I got tired of the tarping. And then me knowing my worth as an employee, I felt like I wasn't getting paid right when it came to the dangerous work I was doing, man. It just got too much. So I figured I'd switch it up a little bit. I mean, I'm not going as much as like a real over-the-road cat, but I mean, once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
All right. So let me start off by asking, and I'll probably start off with asking Kiki.
Yeah.
What was it for you that even made you look to the whole trucker career trade? Because it's really a trade, because you guys have a skill set that not everybody in mama can do. A lot of people try to do it, but not everybody can do it and do it well and be safe. So what was it for you that?
Well, I gotta say, my cousin, one of my cousins had got into the game, and just Youngstown, ain't nothing there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had moved to Columbus, but still, like, it wasn't working because I was living like paycheck to paycheck, and I said, "No, I can't do this." And I just put in an application at Swift one time, and they said, "Come through," and I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But basically, I got away from the yo.
Dope, super dope.
Super dope. What about you, Albert? What made you jump into it, brother? What like sat
I
there like, yo, like,
I got tired of like these corporate dudes like coming at me like, they own me, you know what I'm saying? Or you would have like a supervisor or a manager of a company that they thinking they doing the most, and they just come at you like you beneath them. So I really wanted to be my own boss. And then being a traveler, I wanted to see the world as much as I could, you know what I'm saying? With the time I got left on earth, you know what I mean?
amen,
That
yeah,
was
brother,
really
amen.
Well, can I piggyback on what he said?
Yeah, go ahead.
I have got to say though, truck driving is the best job when it comes to not having somebody riding you, not where you feel like you're gonna lose your job because you're about to strangle somebody. It is laid back. You can do you, just making sure you just got to make sure you make it to A and B.
That's it.
Everything in between is,
laid back.
It's great.
Laid back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a whole team on wheels, especially when you put your own finesse to it. It's like a whole different atmosphere, man.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Real brother, what was it that got you started in the trucking world, brother?
Let's see. Tired of being hustling in them streets, man.
Yeah.
I respect that.
He got tired of hustling in the streets. Now he rode them streets. Ooh,
bars.
Bars.
Wait.
But the hustle never leave us, man.
Yeah, I just took one form of hustle to another form.
Yeah, it don't go nowhere.
It's just hustling and get to that appointment on time. You know what I mean? As long as you get to that appointment on time, your money good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just took that hustle from the street, put it in the trucking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's about it. I really just got tired of looking over my shoulder from police and carrying, shit to protect yourself. Like, this shit just got corny and old.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Think about it,
Understandable.
it really is like the dope game. You know what I'm saying? Because you run, you pick up a pack, you got to go deliver that pack. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same concept. It's just more legit.
Legal.
Positive.
There you go, legal.
Legal hustle. There you go.
It's a legal hustle, but it's fun though, man. And it's a different world. And like you said, Jay, everybody cannot do it, man. I done seen cats buckle, like coming down a mountain or something like that, and they just lose it. Like, I don't know if y'all heard about the recent article with the young dude. He took out like 4 lives, man. And
damn, man.
Yeah, and they was now he have like on the road we got these off ramps that we could take that go up. And now, so he passing those and in the courtroom you could tell he panicked. You could tell he apologetic. He young, he about 20, 21, 22. And you
he's
could
still
tell
a baby, man.
And he crying. You could tell he's sincere in his voice, And like I commented, like, he panics. He panicked. You know what I'm saying? I done been in that situation to where as soon as you slow down, it's speeding back up. And you don't know what to do. But you don't want to die right now, so you just gonna roll that mug. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But blessings to him. You know what I'm saying? I hope he make it through it. I hope, the families make it through it. You know what I'm saying? It's a heartfelt situation where, you 80,000 pounds heavy. A good wind can blow that box over. You know what I'm saying? So it's scary. It's scary.
Damn. Yo, wow. Okay. All right. So I guess I'm curious to know, for one, what is, and we'll start with Real, and we'll go now. Ask the next one, y'all the same question, but or anybody can answer this first, whoever can think of it off top. What's the heaviest low rail you've had to haul so far, your career?
Oh man, the heaviest I had. Shit, it was probably I was happy. Listen, I was happy so many times. Cause I was always cause when I was on the road, I was working with home. I was doing that Dollar General, and that shit is heavy. I think the heaviest I had, and I was nervous too. I think it was like 49.5.
Damn.
For you?
It was over. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, it was over.
I was over. I was nervous too. And the good thing was, the fucking shit was closed. So I was
Yeah,
like,
that way
cool.
station.
Yeah, that shit was closed. I was like, cool. And it was all the way down. That's when I was going to Zanesville. When I was telling you I was in Zanesville, like it was
Damn.
crazy.
Damn. Yo, okay. So what about you, Al? What's the heaviest you did, bro?
Probably about the same, close to 50, coming out of Baltimore, and
Woo.
dudes was
That's when
about to
you was hauling
close. So
the metal. Was that what you was hauling the
I was
steel?
hauling some aluminum billets,
Oh, aluminum bit.
and
Okay.
I was stacking. I was belly loading mine. If y'all don't know if the viewers don't know what belly loading is, it's when you put your load smack in the middle of the trailer. And
Okay.
everybody be kind of cautious of loading billets because they're more rounded, and when you stacking them up, you got a possibility to sway and they could fall. So me being me, I always throw belly straps, and then I throw straps in between to make sure the load is secured. But he had one more load. I think it was like 5 extra billets, man, but it put me over the top. And luckily it was towards the end of the day, and I kind of felt that DOT would be
So
getting
you feel
close.
that shit when it's heavy, right?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. It depends on what you got loaded. Yeah, and then like
If you got that mug balanced just right
mhm,
somehow,
mhm,
you'll
yeah,
think you light as hell, but your ass is heavy as fuck.
You're
but
trying to stutter up that hill,
you don't want to get
boy.
pulled over. But my
uh,
DOT was open, man. But I pulled a maneuver, man. Like, and I was nervous, but I had got off like right before, and I'm in the mirror, like, man,
ooh,
because sometimes they have a cop sitting there acting like just to catch trucks that's trying to get off before the scale.
right.
Whew. I'm glad
Woo.
I don't work for that company no more. So we good.
What about you, Kiki? What about you? What's your
I have to say about the same as them, but I knew I was overweight. I just ran it because I wanted the money. You know what I mean? So I just ran it. It was nighttime in the area I
a
was
lot of
in.
way stations are closed at night?
Hold up, is we giving out
Oh
secrets?
yeah.
Are we giving out truck secrets? Wait, hold on. We're talking too much.
Hey, all I can say, follow the rules. Don't be like me. I was hungry. I was money hungry.
Okay. I think we all. You know what I noticed too? I noticed like a lot of people don't keep that CB in there. Like I didn't sat for like 7 hours in a snowstorm just on the CB, and it saved so much shit. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody like walking up to the truck, and y'all probably experience this too. They come up to the truck like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And we getting first info. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the young cats. They don't be on. I'm like, man, just get a handheld one.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. I'm about to say it's the young people. When we came out, we wanted that. You know what I'm saying? That was part of being a trucker. Like, I'm about to get on this motherfucker and talk shit off.
Talking shit like a
okay.
motherfucker, boy.
Yeah, that's how you make it. That's how you make it. But it's a lot. It's a lot being black too. You know what I mean? You get on that, and especially a woman. They don't want to hear no woman. I can get on there and be behind like 5 cats with trucks and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" It's quiet as fuck. So I get on that motherfucker, like, "Hey, what's going on?" They like, "Yeah, it's an accident on mile marker 4." I'm like, "What the fuck? Y'all scared?" And after that, I'm like, "Y'all scared of pussy? Y'all can't run y'all mouth." Yeah, so it's like it's crazy out there, but like it's a lot of racism on there. So a lot of people turn it off because you be called the N-word, called the B, all type of stuff, and
Wow, I was going to ask that because I seen a big article about it. I read a big article about it, and they said people just don't understand how hard it is in the trucker world for blacks, for minorities, period, but especially for black men and especially for black women.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow. And this I've seen a lot more sisters out there on the road.
Yeah,
Man,
so we take sisters is
man,
out there.
that's
6% of the trucking game
yeah, that's the
is
shit.
women. And the good
Mm.
thing about trucking is it gives the minorities a good chance too, because 46% of that is minorities, whereas any other field we're only like 22%.
You don't have that number.
So big ups to the truck game.
Okay. I think women
That's what's up. That's what's up.
is like that's where it's at. That's where it's at, man. Because it's more so intimidating. It's not scary. It's just you riding something big that you're not used to in a normal, something as small as a car. And then the trailer's super long. So people are like, man, I'm gonna hit something. You really not. And then once you like a month in that mug and you really doing it, especially mentally, man, you driving that mug like it's a little smart car. You trying to whip in the smallest driveway. You know you can whip in there when you really know you can't, but your mind, your mentality, like, man, I'm whipping this trailer up in that mug. That's what it's about, man. But
You just gotta drive like you drive. I mean, I just drive like I'm driving a car, but I know I'm in a big ass truck, but I just be whipping that little bitch like, man, that shit ain't nothing. Let me get up in there real quick.
It's just knowing your size. You know what I mean? Just as long as you know how big you are, you got it.
Y'all low ride, or y'all be sitting up all high, head in the ceiling and shit.
Nah, I'm low.
I used to be up high.
I'm low. I can't be high. Fuck that shit.
I used to be high as hell.
I'm on a booster chair, so shit. Fuck that.
Hey, I used to want to be a
y'all
truck
crazy.
driver. I used to want to be a truck driver, but nobody would watch my kids.
Hey, I seen some females with their babies on their hip. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Right.
Nah, I had to get them motherfuckers. We wasn't riding on no hips. This was happening.
But to tell you the truth, I had my
motherfuckers like, oh, I'm not watching you.
I had my niece with me. It's scary though, because you know, out there, you know, that traffic and shit is real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the men is, I'm sorry, y'all, but y'all know men. Y'all know how some of them men is, especially if they see any ass.
Yeah, we call them.
I almost had to hurt the motherfucker. My niece is only 14. She got out. She got a little body on her. She started walking. I said, "Motherfucker, don't you know she's 14?"
Yeah.
But you gotta be really careful. You gotta be careful because it's a lot of dangers out there.
It is, and it's super disrespectful, man. Like the gang, period. Not just to women. Like it's very disrespectful, and it's very racist. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in that situation in traffic jams where it's one time we going off on the CB. I'm all kinds of niggers, man, and some dude was stuck. He had like a little Miata, and he was stuck in the middle of the highway. I get out, push him over. I get back in the truck, cat still going off, but the one dude come on the CB like, damn, you know, you talking to this man like that. He getting out helping another white man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of that shit you don't pay no attention. We make our own way. If you really like, from my perspective, perception, when I'm out there in the truck world and I see us black people, it's like we make our own way. We got our own style. We got our own rules. Like I be hyping. Like if I see y'all pull up and I see y'all back into the tightest spot ever, I'm out there hyping you up. You know what I'm saying? Like we make our own way, our own fucking rules, man. Fuck.
We all we got. We all we got. Yo. So I know. Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
Oh no, you good. I was just saying this shit sad for real. Like, cause you see so much. You see shit out in the trucking game that we ain't see out here in the Youngstown. Whether you're going to north side, south side, east side. You know what I'm saying? We ain't really. We was only confined to that little space, and that's all we saw. But when you get out there and you start making that money, and you start dealing with different personalities, and you start using that money to take trips and this, that, and the third, you see so much more, and it just open you up so much more to really what's out there, man. Like it's a wild world out there, man. And like she said, you'll get chewed up quick, just by conversation, motherfucker. They already got your ear, and you, I don't know, somebody trunk or some shit, man. Look, it's crazy out there, especially for females. That shit's sad.
That's crazy. tell me, how long did it take you, Al, for like as for when you felt? How long was it for you when you felt like, yo, I got this? Like, how long did it take you being on the road by yourself, or maybe not even by yourself, but on the road when it was like, yo, I got this. Like, I know it. Like, you're comfortable. How long did it take you to be comfortable?
Shit, when I came down Death Mountain coming out of Portland, Oregon, man, oh, man, I was scared, man, because the elevation's so high and it's nothing but trees and it's dark. It ain't no light, man. And you coming down a mountain so steep, bro, my heart was like coming out my chest. And then when I got to the bottom and you pull that brake, you know what I'm saying? And man, I got out, man. I felt like I was about to have a heart attack, bro. And that was my
Damn,
first.
bro.
Trainer was in the back sleep, but it was just that confidence in me to be like, you know what? Like I said, I wasn't ready to go. I wasn't ready to go. So I just rode that big bitch, man, and just that's all you got. That's all you going somewhere. You on the cliff somewhere, man. You either all or nothing when you hop in that truck, start them keys and release those brakes. It ain't no game plan. You don't want to be too distracted. You don't even want to get in that mug in a bad mood. You don't want to be angry, none of that shit. Because you're responsible for your life and like millions of others, bro. It's a scary feeling, man. So I just had to I had to jump out of that. I had to jump out of that. And I was fresh out of training. My trainer was young. He was like 21. And I was older than him. We was coming out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and we was going towards California. But it was like in the middle of Portland, Oregon, and California. And it was like kind of snowy, man. And that was a scary.
Did you have to put the chains on?
If you got to put chains on, you might as well stop.
That is the most beautiful shit you will ever see in a wintertown, Oregon. Man. Oh my God. I hate driving over that motherfucker, but I seen some beautiful shit. Yeah. I seen some beautiful shit.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, I'll ask before I ask each one of you. So, do any of y'all trucks? Well, I know probably over here we don't have that issue. Maybe in Ohio in the Midwest, but I've seen or I've watched documentaries or I've watched other guys on YouTube or stuff like that with the videos who truck. And I believe it was Colorado. Like there's certain times, like especially in the winter, where by law you got to put chains on, right? Like, or do any of y'all trucks, I should say, have the auto chains?
Auto chain?
Yeah. What's it called? Auto what?
Is that new?
I don't know what it is, but
I never heard of auto chain.
I had to use chain.
What is it when you press the button? Not auto, but when you press the button and the little chain.
I want them.
Huh?
I said, I want them. Auto chains, you press a button.
Right, we gotta get our ass out there and put that shit on.
Oh, okay. So what did I call it wrong or did I not call it? What are they called? The ones that the guys press the button and the chains they whatever case right down there and it's like I guess it's whipping to keep giving you traction like it's like the chains are there instead of you having to get out and put them on.
That must be a Tesla truck.
No. I forgot what it's called.
That shit ain't happening around here.
I think you may have got like a terminology wrong or whatever because you gotta get out.
I probably got
but they do that. They do have different kinds. Like I've had the like the salt kind that you gotta put on. But either way, you gotta get out, maneuver that mug to drive back on, get back on it, then lock it back. I only did it one time, and that was because I was in the truck. Y'all gotta see my bird. That's because I was up there. Was it Wisconsin? Wisconsin, or maybe I know it was up there.
Right.
It was ice, and I was gonna run late to go pick up my load, and I was at we call them a grand. What do you call them? Not a name brand truck stop or whatever. But I had to get out and ain't nobody helped me. And I was on my hands and knees. And like when you drive, like you literally was sliding into everybody. There was no way to get out. Like we were literally on ice. That was the only time I put them on because usually when you have a situation like that, if you ever have to put your chains on, you don't supposed to be driving
Right.
at all.
That's
Because
what I
9 times out of 10, you're gonna put yourself in a situation to kill yourself or kill somebody else.
That's
Unless
what
you
I
just
feel.
really have to get to a safety spot. But other than that, you don't supposed to be out there driving. No.
Okay, so they are called auto chains or insta chains. The
Insta
automatic ice chains. Yeah, insta chain or auto chains. Like they have them. I've seen like that's where I came from seeing it from, like other
Okay.
guys, but they probably run more that West Coast and that Pacific area, whatever the case. But
Right.
yeah, it's like they hit a thing, and so they just it drops the it drops right there by the wheels, this little thing, and it like I guess it spins, and as it's spinning, your tire just keeps rolling over it or whatever the case to keep giving you the.
Oh, I have seen them. Is it a device that kind of goes over the middle
Yeah.
cap area?
Yeah, yeah.
I have seen that. Yeah.
Okay.
I only changed one time in training, and I ain't like it then. I spoke my piece then. Dude, I'm not doing it. I'm not about to do this. We all out there, it's like 30 of us. We all out there on the ground. Everybody getting confused. The females, no offense, was really having a hard time. Some of the dudes is really having a hard time. I said, dude, I'm not doing this. You gotta do this because of the class. I said, I'm not doing this, dude. Nah,
Hey, just FYI, we the best drivers out there. Women.
Man, I see some bosses. Man, on the backup game, oh man, I be like, girl, go back, get that bitch. Look, today, I'm coming out of, not today, yesterday, coming out of ATL, this dude, now, you got to get close to the truck to really jackknife that trailer into that spot, especially if it's tight. Dude could not do it. So a Chinese man, he get out, he trying to help him. I'm in the window, you know how you lean in, you from the back, but you got that lean to where you peeping out, making sure ain't nobody gonna hit your shit. So I'm leaning down, I'm looking, dude cannot get it. I put on the slippers, I'm about to go out there and help him. So I just stood there. A chick in a Volvo come right in, get out, check her position, hop right back in the truck, and dude gonna back up, hop out. I'm like, hey man, you getting loaded or unloaded? I'm like, I'm getting unloaded. He's like, man, I'm gonna just wait. So I just start laughing. It be funny, man. Female.
But real shit, I'm gonna give it to you like this. I don't care who you are, how long you've been out there, you gonna have a day.
Man, what?
You're gonna be on some rookie shit. It's gonna take you a minute. You're gonna be like, what am I doing? Why am I not lined up? You know what I mean? So I don't care who you are, that backup game. Especially when you ain't got them lines to guide you.
or it's dark, or it's like real dark, you can't see. Man, you gotta get out like 50 times, man. I'll be like so mad. Oh, you real tired. You like, damn, man, I gotta back here, really. Yeah.
But I do have to say this though. I'm in a logistic part now. I just started a month ago. I've been up and running for a month ago. I have my own dispatching service. So I dispatch from small fleets. So that's what I meant to tell you guys. But so I've been home for a minute chilling.
you still drive.
Nice.
Or you gonna focus on
I don't drive.
Okay. So you just mostly focusing on that, on the dispatching
I'm gonna focus on that, but you know what I'm saying? If it don't work out, I'll get back at it. But I like coming home and using my own bathroom. I can sit on my toilet. I can take a shower without no sandals.
Okay.
Me.
I know. That's another reason why I went local. I hate that fucking sharing a bathroom, because sometimes you go to a fucking truck stop, that shit don't be clean. Motherfucker just get out the bathroom, they just like your numbers ready. Like, damn, you ain't even clean that shit.
Ew.
Yeah, we got some stories, bro. We got stories.
Hey, bro, I'm loving every part of it, and thank y'all again. So, King, back to the main question. I started with Albert first. How long did it take you when you started driving or whatever? Like, yo, I got this shit. How long was it to take you being behind the wheel where you was like, oh, I got this. Like, I'm confident now. Like, I got this.
Probably like.
Oh, me?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You can answer that.
Oh,
you can answer.
I would literally have to say I felt comfortable. For me, I went through a lot of trainers. I went through like 5 trainers before I got my CDL because there's some assholes out there. But I was comfortable probably like 2 months. No.
2 months?
I probably like 2-3 months after I got 2-3 months on my own, because I was,
Okay.
I had the basics, and now I was driving scared to death. Some things happened to me going down them hills and everything, but I was by myself. And I believe I'm a piggyback. I think Rail said once you're going down that hill, and I was on 65. I think from North Carolina, I forgot the name of that, but it was windy as hell. I was heavy. I actually lost my gear.
Wow.
I lost my gear, and I said I'm gonna just have to ride it. But I ended up slowing down because I was going too fast. I would have killed myself or something. I had to slow down, and luckily I popped it in 6. Y'all know that 6 gear is the best one. It popped right in that motherfucker, and then the retarder brake took over. So I would say 3 months on my own, but to be all the way comfortable, I would say about like 5 years in the game is when I start feeling myself. Because my backup
that's when you knew
skills
you
was
had it.
crazy. My backup skills was
That's honest shit right
So
there.
is it right there the backup? So is it the other stuff? The driving part is a thing. I guess I've seen a lot of from videos I watch with a lot of truckers. It's the backups. It's the backup part. It's like once you get
backup will make
that
you drop. Yeah.
backup. A lot of people say them heels and everything. That's cool too, and how you
That's
deal
all
with
right, but
traffic.
once you get that
But if you
backup,
can't,
man,
if you can't back that motherfucker up, you can't make money.
Mm-mm.
And it's gonna be some tight ass spot,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna have to do what you gotta do. You know what I mean?
yeah, I found
And the way this game is out here, don't nobody help each other. So you better get out and learn and look and all that
that
shit.
gold, man. Use that gold, get out and look.
Quick.
Now, I would say since I've been doing city driving, I done found the craziest fucking things to back up. That's what you got to back up off the streets and down a fucking lot into through the fences and shit. Like, if you can't back up, you fuck. You know what I mean? Because your shit will jackknife in a second. Yeah, out of position. Yeah, motherfuckers be looking at you like, yo, is you a rookie? Is you serious, bro?
Hey, don't it be silly like when you trying to back into the tightest spot in America, and then it seems like as soon as you trying to get in, everybody looking at you. I'll be like,
Yeah.
all
Then you
these
feel
eyes
that
so
pressure.
close.
You just feel that pressure like, damn, I gotta get this shit. I can only do one pull up. I only do one pull up, goddamn. And you know,
Bro, I be trying to one shot, one kill, and then as soon as I try to, it be off like a motherfucker. I gotta do like 5 pull-ups. I'm like, man, it ain't go like that in my head, man.
and I remember one time,
crazy.
I think I was in New Hampshire, right?
Yeah.
So I did my backup. I got in there. So a trucker, he was trying to back up, just like we said, the eyes just started moving on him. He buckled under pressure, man. Almost smacked somebody's shit.
Man, that's
I'm just dying. I'm like, hell no. This motherfucker really having issues. So I go out there. He's like, man, I was cool until I see the eyes.
It's like that's the biggest part of the trucking world, man. Like cats looking, they're not just seeing. It's like they critiquing. They might as well just get out with the little board and clip. And
Right, like they
man,
fucking
like,
CDLs in there. All right.
That's crazy. That's
I
crazy.
was dying.
man.
I would never forget that shit, man. That shit had me dying.
Damn. So I would say the next question I have for y'all is should be pretty interesting, but I would say that any one of y'all can answer first, whatever case. For all y'all time driving that all of y'all spend on the road, is there a brand of trucks that either you like driving, or I would say you like and that you've driven that you like, yo, I hate this company, I hate driving this. Not when I say brand, I mean like company as far as trucks, the actual semis,
Okay.
whether they're Peterbilt, whether they're Freightliner,
Oh yeah,
or whatever the case.
Go
Can I
ahead,
take
Kiki.
it?
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
sure
Go ahead.
can. You
All
sure
right,
can.
so I
Tell me what
started.
you like, what you love driving, and what that you hate. Like fuck that. I will never. I hate them trucks.
Okay, so I'll just give a little tutorial. My favorite truck, and I don't care what nobody say, is the Chevy of the Road, which is a Freightliner. I learned on it, but I stopped in a Volvo. But I'm gonna tell you this: nothing like a Freightliner. The inside, I drove the newer ones. The look, I feel like I'm in a, I don't know, I just love them. But when it comes to backing up, that Peterbilt, it may go a little fast, but it is precise with the wheel. A Volvo. I'm just gonna give it to you.
Nah.
Volvo.
Yeah, I'm
It's kind of
different.
small. I'm a
Volvo's
6-foot girl.
Volvo's
So
cool,
it's kind
bro.
of, you gotta
Volvo's
get a
cool.
bigger one for your legs, or
Volvo's
you're gonna
cool.
be in that mud like tight. But other than that, I have to say Freightliner. I'm gonna stick with Freightliner.
Okay.
Okay.
This
So wait. So wait. Before Rail, you answer. So right now, you said you're going to Freightliner, but for backing up purposes, you would say Peterbilt.
Yeah, because
Hold
you
on.
know what? I don't know
Let
what it
me
is,
ask
but
you
it made
this
me
though,
feel like a
PG.
big dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I was backing up. It's just precise. When you turn, it's gonna turn that trailer. It's like the perfect backup truck.
Let me
But
ask you this,
sometimes
PG.
the only thing
Let me
about
ask you
that,
this.
the only
Let me
thing
ask you
about that
this.
is, huh?
I said, let me ask you this. Now, are you talking a manual or automatic?
Yeah, that make a big difference.
That make a difference.
Well, when I drove the Peterbilt, I was in a stick shift.
A man, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say that, and then but not because it's like a Freightliner, you have to open the door sometimes in a Peterbilt. That's the only thing. But after I got good,
Hey, they was waiting on you to say that.
you have to open the door because it's like that. It ain't like the Freightliner where you got just view. It got a little wing out there.
Okay. What about you, Rail?
Man, the worst truck I ever fucking had, I swear to God, is an International. That's the worst fucking truck.
I agree.
Hands down. I don't care what model, manual, automatic, that's the worst of the worst fucking truck ever. Now, I will say, me personally, if I'm pulling, I'd rather pull with a Peterbilt. But if I'm maneuvering, I'd rather maneuver with a Freightliner.
Okay. So your worst is an International, which even working for the state. I have a whole bunch of guys with our dumps. A lot of our dumps are International, and they fucking hate them. But okay. So you said for maneuvering, which what was it again for maneuvering?
Peterbilt.
Freightliner for Kiki and Peterbilt. For you is Freightliner. All right, Al. What about you?
Well, I started out with a Cascadia. It rolled.
That's my shit right
there. Yeah. Cascadia is nice, man. Freightliner rolled. Them like the perfect beginner truck, man. Like they the shit, and like they luxurious, man. I liked it. Then I stepped my game up to a Kenworth, like a mid-age Kenworth. Kenworth's nice, man. They roll, they pull, they
You got the big body.
Yeah. And
okay,
then,
it
was like between the older and the newer, like once the aerodynamic look started to come out more. Yeah. So then when I went into flatbed, I had a long nose Pete. It was a 13. They just slapped me in it. Like they just knew I had it. Man, and they had a 550 cat, and you talking about power? Pete top notch. For me, my top notch go-to truck is a Peterbilt. Long nose. I want a long nose. The only thing I don't like about them is the back. I'm 6'3". I need space. So the Kenworth I got now, it's new. It's like a 2017. It's got the double bunk. It's oh wait, no, we forgetting about Western.
Hey, wait, Kiki can't wait to jump.
I'm sorry, I'm a 6-footer, but the Peterbilt had like the bed was wide, like
yes, but it's short. Yeah. You get a wide bed in the P sometimes. Like it depends on like how big the back is, but like usually with the P, you get a decent wide bed and decent long. But when it comes to the height, Peterbilt is more for shorter men. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, I Yeah, until they start coming out with that double bunk stuff, that's where it's at. Now I want a new one. I just jumped into the automatic. I ain't like it because I had some memory shit to where I was constantly reaching down, trying to shift and trying to hit the clutch, but it's automatic. I'm like,
Hey, but listen. I never wanted to switch over because they said you ain't no real trucker if you switch over. But I had to. The company I was driving, I held on to that last truck until I just couldn't have it no more. Then that mother broke down. I was so pissed. But it has its advantages, especially.
Man, I like them. I like them now.
I fell in love.
Like my first, like 2 weeks.
The last 3 years, I've been in the automatic. And the traffic.
They shift so good.
Oh, yeah. You ain't got to worry
you ain't
about
got
crashing and all that shit. I like driving automatics.
And then right or wrong, when you're going down the hill, the Jake brake is better than
it's right on time.
But they're automatic. It's automatic. So if you hit that brake, you just stay there on that too.
Yeah.
It don't fucking
Yeah, with the like when I had my manual, it kept speeding up. It'll hold the Jake up, but it kept speeding up. And versus the automatic it'll hold that
and hold it there.
You could be down a descent like this, and that mug gonna hold you at like 55. You just like cool, you know.
And you want to know what? That's what scared me. That's exactly what scared me to drive an automatic because I'm like, I want to be in control going down that hill, but it's better. It's better.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Next question would be the longest. Okay, first part of the question will be, and I'll let each one of you answer before I go to the second part. What's the longest run? I would say route or run you had to do, delivery you had to do. And then the second part to it will be, what's the longest you stayed gone from home?
2 weeks.
So 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Well,
okay.
Well, it depends, because in training I was gone for like 9 months.
Okay.
But the longest as far as on a job, 2.5 weeks, and I was coming from all the way from Rhode Island to Savannah, Georgia, was the longest straight trip I ever. Well, no. Well, it depends. Like I said again, in training, because in training I was coming from Portland, Oregon, and that load was going to New York. So training wise, that was the longest haul, like single haul.
Okay. What about you, Rel?
Shit, the longest haul was probably most likely when I first started driving. I came from Kansas to Cali, all the way up around the Rockies to Wisconsin.
Beautiful view up that way too.
Yeah,
beautiful views.
Wisconsin, then back out this way. But that's when I was with Trans Am though.
Okay. What about you, Key?
I'm a long hauler, so it wasn't nothing for me. I'm an over the road. I stayed out 3.5 months nonstop one time.
For real?
What?
Well, I was only getting paid 46 cents a mile. I had to, you know what I'm saying? When I tell you I was money hungry, I was money hungry. But
right. Now, was that training or a straight job at that time?
That's me at Prime. The Prime got the freight to keep you moving.
Yeah, they do. Okay.
So, but I when I worked for Advance, that stopped, honey. When I got because I was off for 3 months. Now Prime, I don't know if y'all know about Prime. I gave them 3.5 months nonstop rolling. Only took 34 breaks. They only told me I could have 4 days off. I said, "Look, time to go." For
real? Now, how long would they have? How long would they have you running to get that 4 days?
4 days. Yeah, 4 days a month.
Man,
what?
Can't do that. Yeah, some of the
but you got to understand, like, okay, I came back to trucking. Like, I took 3 to 4 years off, and then I came back and went through Prime. So they retrained me, but they train you like to work like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking I was good. You know what I mean? But the furthest I'm coming from hometown all the way to California.
Okay.
And I had 4 days to do it. So.
Okay. But you only Well, I'll say that for the next question. So I would say, what would you say? That's another thing I've seen where I've seen guys, and I've seen 90% of the reviews for the companies is Swift. I think it's Swift is bad.
Poor baby.
Horrible.
I started with them.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Them the cats, man, do not
I-
park. If you put in a truck stop, do not park next to a Swift driver. Do not do it.
Listen, I've seen so many Swift trailers catch fire over the road. It's crazy, man.
I'm on a. I ain't never seen
Hey.
that.
But I gotta give them their props though. Swift do got the most terminals. So if you ever work for them, you ain't gotta go to no truck stops or anything.
Right.
Every city you're in, you got parking. You know what I mean? So that's the one good thing about them. But yeah, their training opposed to the last time I was trained was way different. They'll put anybody out there.
Okay.
I heard they trying to do that in California. They trying to do it to where, because you got to be 21 to get those CDLs and to hop in the semi truck. California trying to pass it to where you can only be 18. I'm like, y'all gonna fuck up the game. It's already messed up with foreigners. Y'all put them 18-year-olds in there, man. Y'all gonna test something up, man. They
Yeah, I
ain't
see
somebody
more
lobby
foreigners
that.
than anything now. I see more foreigners than anything driving trucks now.
Yeah. Ain't no respect in the game though. This the truck driver, like I said earlier on, the truck driver is a different world, man. Like if you don't respect it, man, I didn't literally saw the car slide up under the back of the trailer just because they was looking down and that truck slammed on his brake and they weren't paying attention. I literally watched it like and it's the whole convertible now. Seeing a cat come off the side of the mountain, like watching it. I'm watching this shit. I'm driving. I'm look over.
That's hitting that. That's hitting. What's the brake call when it do
The Jacob.
the Jake? Yeah, the Jake. I
Right?
don't know why, man. I used to be as I used when before I knew anything about trucking or what I've learned so far. I used to be like, why the fuck are they doing that? But then when you learn, and then it sounds so cool. Like once you get into it or whatever case, like you like, man, it just sounds like real big dog trucking when you hear them just coming down there. Just
I think that's like a man thing. Cause like I like the quieter ones.
That is the best sound ever. You low riding, you summertime, you got the window down, music blasting, man. You coming down, sit there.
Yeah, you see how hype he got? That's a man thing.
Man, that's it. Like old cars and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. The Jacob is where you hit that block. Man, that's I love it. You gotta be a diehard fan of power to really get into trucks, because that's some shit you don't want to play with, man. It's just straight power. It is just folks move out your way. I don't stop. If I'm turning the corner, I don't even button it just to give you time. You know what I'm saying? To do what you gonna do, but I ain't stopping. I don't stop. I'm not stopping. I slow down, but I'm coming. I'm getting this close to your car. You in the car like, oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm whipping it. Big time. You got to look out the window on you just so you see me turning. Like, yeah, big shit coming through. Watch out. Yeah.
What you want to say, Key? What you want to say, Key?
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I'm just listening because
What? Say it. Don't hold your
I think I'm more cautious. I'm more cautious with cars because I drive for them, because I've seen people with kids out there and everything. So it's like, although.
That's how you be?
No, don't play me pussy, okay? Don't play me pussy because I got one.
She probably waiting right there in the section, waiting for the backup and shit. You see what I'm trying to go?
No, I will roll.
It's all love. It's all love. It's
I
all
just keep
love.
my distance away from that shit because I've seen so much shit go down
I
on that
seen your
road.
I
Yeah.
seen your videos. You be rolling. I seen your videos.
Yeah.
I seen you. I'm like, go ahead, go ahead. That's when I first noticed it. I think on Instagram. I seen it. I was like, man, for real. I'll be happy. Excuse me. I'll be happy, man. Like I say, especially with the
Yo,
female and anybody out there persevering to something better, man. Because how we grew up, where we grew up, the shit we seen, the shit we really know, man. And to get away, man, that's a blessing to any and everybody. I recommend that to my enemies. Get away. Just go outside.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna put it to you like this. Like as far as if we're gonna keep it like that, yeah, you can get away, but you gotta understand it's a cutthroat industry. If you get anything on your record in a regular car or anything like that, like there's people that really can't come out because they have too many points or they got a DUI or something like that. So
Right.
I can't say that trucking is a getaway. It's a blessing for those who can get
I
away.
agree.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
yeah.
I'll say the trucking industry is a blessing. For the simple fact, you can be successful without going to college
Yeah.
Right.
and incurring all that debt from college. There's people out here in the trucking industry making six figures easily
Easy.
with no problem. You know what I'm
Easy.
saying? And you can go to
Easy.
school for years and still don't make that and be in a bunch of debt. So I look
Mm.
at it like this is it's an industry that's continuing to grow, always looking for something. And one thing for sure, is that when all the automation shit is coming around, it's always gonna be truckers to move
That was
fucking truck.
that was my next question. That's crazy. With um I with everything going with this, I'm trying to be real heavy and pushing. And it's not about will, it's just a matter about when. With these automated trucks and automated cars and everything, like that's why in this infrastructure bill they make it seem like it's getting the 5G up in all these rural areas and everything is supposed to be about getting the people that on these farms and all these other far spots uh internet, and it's really about expanding the network so they can run this automated shit. Like I've been reading and learning and whatnot. So listening to. So for you guys, for all of you, is how much of it from you actually being actually on the road or being truckers and being able to stop at the stops, have the conversation with the people and everything else, how much does this feel like it's a real threat, or are people not in the trucking world taking it as serious, or is this something seriously that's a conversation happening?
I haven't. Okay. I didn't quite understand the question. Are you talking about
Okay,
the audit?
it's
Are you talking about
automated. Yeah, automated trucks
the
coming
trucks
into the
that drive by
future.
themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Mhm.
they said those can come as quick as 10 years, but they are definitely going to be here in 20 years. My thing is this. I don't understand why you would want a truck or put trust in a truck to drive on a highway. Because to me, no, I don't get it. So where I stand on that, to me, I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. And yeah,
Hmm.
it is a threat to people who are driving, but either way, either way, you're gonna have to have a person in there. So why even go through all that? You know what I mean?
Right. 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 Yeah, they said not only to you guys that's be on the road, but does it take away from your jobs, but it takes away from all these people that work at these rest stops and so forth and so on. Like it's a chain effect. Like you're trying to take jobs away from so many people because if you have more automated trucks, then that requires less people working at these rest stops, less people working at these gas stations and so forth and so on. And so it's just this chain reaction of taking jobs away. And that's crazy. It's a very crazy thing. But
I don't,
Rail, I mean? Go ahead, Al. Al, actually, Al, go ahead. I know you wanted to say
I
something.
don't mind. I don't mind automation. I think it's a cool thing. I mean, it's just like with the Tesla cars. Um, they got the self-driving, capabilities. I think they're just working it more to where it's more, uh, it's better. It's more integrated. It's more, you know, on point. You know what I'm saying?
So
Especially
you
like
don't think it'll take away. You still think they're still way too far off to worry about as far as taking away from you being on the road.
now I think it's gonna do both. I think it's gonna do both. But like Keith said, it's gonna be like if you still gonna need somebody in that truck or around that truck or to service that truck, unless they got it like a kind of like a conveyor belt system. You know what I'm saying? Like they got with Amazon. In Amazon's factories, they have the little robots that bring the products to you when they're on these grid lines. Now, if they got it set up like that to where like kind of like a rail system, it could be done to where it's not interfering with actual drivers.
Traffic.
But if they just putting trucks on the road and they just hoping for the best, like she said, that's like man unsafe. You know, I'm all about technology. I love technology. I stay
Okay,
dipping in it.
I love technology too, but when it comes to driving vehicles and everything, because the only reason why I said because
I think that's what he was saying. He was like, yo, like I love it, but when it comes
I agree with you. I agree with your feeling, your point. You know what I'm saying? Because it is dumb. It is dumb. I mean, but then it is. I mean, then again, it is helpful too because we get tired. We get tired, and they be wanting us to run 11 straight, 10 straight. Shit, I get tired just turning the motherfucking key. By the time I'm out the parking lot, I'm already yawning. I'm like, for real? And I just had a good, decent night's sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't. It's multiple ways to look at it.
Right. Let me ask. I'll ask Keith. I ask actually Al first, and I ask Keith. Summertime drive. What's the most beautiful state that or place that or state that you've driven through in the summertime? Where you like? I'll ask winter next, but or winter. We'll do seasons. We'll start with summertime. The most beautiful state you've driven through so far. Start off with you, Al. Then we'll go through the seasons, each one of you. But I'll start off each one of you by a season. So, Al, for you, summertime. What's the most beautiful state you've driven through?
Shit. Man, it's all God's canvas, man. It's all about perception. Cause I've rode the back roads to where you don't even know where you at. But you didn't pass through like 3 states that look so much alike. You just mesmerized by the scene. And man, I mean, Ohio, super pretty. Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, back parts of New York City, the Carolinas, Virginia, West Virginia is dusty looking, but it's so pretty, man. Like then you got like Alabama, it's kind of murky and mucky a little bit. It's got that swampish kind of feel, I guess, but then it's got some beautiful spots too. So I look at the whole. I look at the whole. Yeah.
What about for you, Real? What about you? It's summertime. Just on summertime alone, what's your state that you've driven to? You like, wow, this is. I like to see.
I would say I drove the whole coast of California.
Wow.
From 40, from I-40.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit was amazing. I'm not even gonna stun. You see the water, then you go past the water, you go into the vineyards and shit. That shit was, and you don't see shit like that around here. So it was just like that shit was amazing. That shit was dope.
What about you, King?
I'm going to have to say, out of all of these places, West Coast hand down, but Utah.
I agree.
Utah is so gorgeous. You got a mixture of you got mountains that are like Colorado that still have the snow on it, but it's like beautiful in the summer. And you like as you're going down the highway, there's actually clear water just going with them. Sometimes you'll see the people just on a lazy river just out, and it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that we make. Beautiful. We make our own lazy rivers here, but it is really Utah is really beautiful. Like and you
Utah. So summer for you, Utah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
That's dope. Okay, so I'm gonna start with you for the next one, and I'm gonna say for you, give me the fall.
Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania, West Virginia, those areas, because it's so many mountains, but it's so many trees, so you get to see like the different colors. of the tree. So that is like, it's so romantic. I be romancing myself.
Make you stop. Man. I've drawn so many spots, man.
Bro,
Like,
I'm about to say, yo, bro, I've seen you stop out and take advantage of the scenery when you go to different places and post it.
That's
Yo,
it.
so what about for you, Al? Is it
Man, for the fall, I mean, fall one of my faves too, and like over here, East Coast area, up and down, because you got the trees, you got the different colors, and it's peaceful, man. You know what I'm saying? And like if you're in tune with a lot of shit, I mean mental shit, you got to appreciate it. You have to stop. You have to soak it in. Even if you ain't got no camera, man, you might have to be at that low in about an hour. Bet you at that spot for an hour just taking all of that in, man. Like
dope.
You forget about everything, problems, life. You just zone out into so much beauty. I ain't never drove west in a semi truck.
Oh, he muted himself. Let me let him know he muted himself. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, you say? Where's he at? Let me let him know he muted himself. All right, while I'm unmuting him, get him to unmute himself. I'm gonna go ahead and ask you, Rel, for you.
I would say.
There you go. Hey, bro, we missed like 90% of what you said because you muted yourself.
What, me?
You missed all of
it. You muted like 90% of what you said.
Because somebody called. That's why I swiped my. Yeah, this cat blew my shit. I'm over here in an emotional state and shit.
Yo, I was feeling it. He was like, man, the scenery and you were tuned. And then the whole,
like,
and the next thing I know, he was like, bloop.
So, okay, what's the last thing y'all heard?
I believe I can fly.
Every time I go out west, I fly and I get a rental. So 4 hours backwards is the Grand Canyon from Las Vegas, and then 4 hours forward is like Santa Monica Pier, California and stuff. So I ain't that way in a semi truck, but I have been that way in a car. I've driven all the way up to San Francisco. And like Rail said, in the summertime, man, that's some beautiful scenes, man. Like, and you go off on a back road. I'm a back road type dude. Or one of these trails, man, you might start crying. It's so nice. It's so different. It's so beautiful. So, man, like, the world, man, don't want to leave. You do not want to leave, man. I stay in a car as long as I'm out that way in God. I call it God's canvas. Because it's that nice, it's that perfect. It's real life Bob Ross, man, dead ass.
That's dope.
Can I say this? It's a lot of places in the USA that I never thought, like, if I would have never been in a church, I never thought we had all that beauty. I thought we had to go out to the country, like to Jamaica and shit like that. Don't get it wrong, their shit is beautiful, but we got so much, like, you can just travel around the US if you don't want to leave.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's why I call it God's canvas. Super pretty.
That's dope. That's dope. What about you, Rail?
Let me see. Fall.
I got to rest
in
a second.
I would say that Massachusetts, New Hampshire area.
Yeah, the water. Yeah.
I would say that it's dope out there. Because then while you driving through 95 and all that, going through Massachusetts, you go through the mountain areas and the back channels and stuff. It's dope. Like, it's beautiful there, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. That's super dope.
I'm so happy that men feel the same way as me. I got me over here about to crying shit.
I believe I can fly. Okay. Starting with you, Rail. Give me that wintertime, brother. That wintertime state.
Ooh. Winter. I say Colorado.
Really? Even though all the mountains and all the chains and
Yeah.
everything else.
It's the
Yeah, because
mountain.
when it's
It's
the
like the
mountain,
beer.
especially when you go to Anaheim Bush, man. You go to that beer factory, bro. You right through all the mountains, bro. The rock, man, it is beautiful. It's scary as fuck to drive that shit, but it's beautiful.
All right, Al. What about you? Wintertime, bro. Rail said Colorado, man. He said it's as dangerous as it is. It's beautiful,
Yeah.
especially the Anheuser Busch trip he had to take.
Utah. Like any mountainous area where you got thick snow, man, like all that shit hot. But the hottest thing is like watching the seasons change, like right in front of you. And I'm talking about like we over here, it's the winter time. Now I was just in ATL, it's 80. It was like it got up to 84 down there, and it was still like 46 up here. But from east to west, and you could take 80 all the way across to California. So if you're on 80, you literally watching the seasons change as you going across 80. That's the state. It'll blow your mind. You like what?
You know what blows my mind?
Yeah.
It's like when you driving, okay, if you driving from east to west, no matter what, it's gonna be so dark behind you. And if you drive from west to east, it's always gonna be real light behind you. Like no matter what time it is, it's gonna be light.
Yes, man.
That's super dope. That's real dope. That's real dope.
Oh, you know, there's another place that's dope in the winter. Seattle, Washington, man.
I was just
Seattle, Spokane. Spokane is fucking beautiful, bro.
Yo, I love Seattle, but it's for my Snatch King purposes because I just love it, and the women out there love brothers like and I listen. I don't discriminate. I love women of all flavors. So the black women love the brothers. The Asian women love the brothers. Yeah, Snatch King. Snap. No, wait. Y'all not familiar with the term? Y'all know y'all not. That's my bad. Familiar with the term Snatch King or Queen? Okay. Wait, no. Don't think of it in the actual term of the vagina. Think of it in the term of a snatch is a person, male or female, who has 3 or more things crazy or wrong with them, or offsetting, or off-putting.
Oh, I am snatched, honey.
So listen, what makes you a snatch king is you always dating snatches. Right? So like when I say you always dating snatches, like your snatches is always like some chick that's got like 4 kids, she work at Burger King.
Maybe I should have left that alone. I'm not snatched.
Yeah, you know, no, but you might have talked to some snatch ass niggas before, but you're not a snatch. But like she can have like 3 things wrong, like or dude, like a dude can have like 5 kids by 5 different women, don't got a job, is still slinging nickel bags of weed.
Right.
That's 3 things wrong with him. Like he's 36 years old. Like, nah, bro, it's time to hang it up. Or a female, whatever the case. So when you a snatch king or a snatch queen, that means you constantly keep dating or fucking around with snatch ass motherfuckers. So that's where that term come from. Me and the homies came up with. So yeah, like no, you not a snatch king. Yeah,
but I fuck with
you done
some
messed around
snatches.
you done fuck with some snatch ass nigga. You done had some snatches in your life. So, but anyways,
oh shit,
tell me,
my phone about to go dead.
Oh, this nigga about to die.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to hurry. I'm about to hurry it up real quick for it. But tell me, starting with you, Key, what is it that you love? Because since you got your dispatch thing going on, but what is it something that you love about trucking? If you were pitching it to somebody up and coming that was trying to get their CDL and wanted to become a trucker, tell me something that you love about it that it was dope.
What I love about it is you get paid. to travel. You get paid to travel, and it's not just paid to travel because you can have a 34 and you never know. It's just like it's unexpected. And the people, and I'm a person that love to meet people. Y'all know I talk to everybody. So it's like that part is my love. And it's just it's free. It's like you're literally free to just go make money. I mean, that's it.
That's dope. That's
Yeah.
dope. Okay, what about you, Rel, before your phone hang up?
Mine, I would say that it gives a
He got an
person a
iPhone.
second chance. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got an iPhone, so what? Nah, but on some real shit though, it gives a person a second chance. What I mean is, me being a felon, I ain't have that many options on what I can do as a career option. And trucking give you that opt out of trying to figure things out. It's
Right,
very felon friendly, career based job. You know, it just helps people to see that they can make a life, even if you don't even want to work for a company. You can become your own boss, get your authority, and get your brokerage license, and you can be an instant millionaire within a year. That's how well the
Yo,
trucking industry is, man. Like it's a blessing. It gives you so much opportunities and just help people.
Can I just
dope,
piggyback on
dope,
what he
dope.
said just real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
I have to agree with that. Like he said, he touched on it real quick. It's what you want to do. It's if you want to work. It's how much money you make is all up to you out here. It's literally up to you.
Yo, that's crazy. What about you, Al?
The freedom,
The
the
freedom.
freedom to do what you want and feel like, ain't nobody on your back, man. And the sightseeing, you know what I'm saying? It's the appreciation of the open road. You respect driving more. It's more than just getting in any vehicle and just turning the key and putting that mug in a gear. It's a lot. It ain't just one answer to loving trucking. You know what I'm saying? You either do or you don't. For me, it's the freedom, man. It's the freedom. The money great, money cool. Sometimes you might not get a paycheck though. Like if that truck ain't rolling, you ain't getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Flat out. But that freedom, because so much choice in life, it makes you feel, caged in. Like it makes you feel like we're not free, like at all. We're not free. So the closest things to a bird that you got is travel. Whether you're doing it on foot or in some type of vehicle, just that I just want to feel free. I want that feeling of real freedom, man. And you don't have that in life unless you in some type of, I gotta go deliver this. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're a mailman, whether you're a truck driver, whether you a grocery truck that run Instacart or whatever. That's true freedom. You in your own bubble. You got your own music. You ain't got nobody like, yo, can I listen to this? No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it's the freedom.
I swear if I had, I know it's getting late. Sorry to cut you off, bro. And I know everybody's phones or whatever case. I would love
And I gotta
to do a
pee.
part two. Yeah, I would love to do a part two because I'll get you guys and I get a couple more drivers. So I'm definitely asking you guys to come back and let's do a part two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
with it.
yeah. So if y'all got
Hey,
anybody,
this is fun. This is fun. I like this. We gotta do this again.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even
I
know.
enjoyed you
Like,
guys.
I didn't even know Rail was a driver. Like I'm just like
Me
mind
neither.
blown. Like
Me
Yeah, I've
neither.
been doing it for a minute. I just don't be posting my shit. Like, me, I've
Yeah.
always been like conservative with
Low
my
key,
shit. Yeah,
low
'cause,
key.
You
yeah,
still see
like,
yeah, he said he'd be
you still
conservative. That means he got holes in different area codes.
Area code,
nah,
different
nah, nah, I'm
area
married
codes.
now. I got
Oh,
married.
my bad.
Nah, nah, I'm
Hey,
married.
but Key,
My bad.
you heard what he said though. I'm married now. The key word now.
My bad, Rail. My bad. Hey.
Y'all ain't shit. I'll tell you.
And you know, hey,
Yo.
any other driver, they ain't married, they got that 9 on their hip and the Jimmy on their dick. I'm just saying.
No, I thank y'all so much. Your knowledge is limitless and constantly growing. Your experience, your ability to go ahead and see the landscape of this country that we all live in, that we, as much as it pisses us off, we love. You all make this constantly keep this country going, and I don't think enough people give respect to truck drivers and the risk you guys take. You are so unappreciated, but yet and still the world the world is so dependent. Kiki, I thank you for one, for your trials and tribulations in pushing through, not only as a woman, but as a Black woman. Not only as a Black woman, but a 6 foot tall Black woman that Black men and white men can be intimidated by. And if motherfuckers get a chance to get to know you, they would sit there and be like, yo, like she's super dope, but they always intimidated. But yo, your strength, your strength, your courage is amazing, and your smile is even more amazing. So I thank you for that. Your entrepreneurship, for you going out, congratulations for getting off that road and being able to go ahead and start your give me the word, Al. Give me the word. Your business.
Dispatcher.
Dispatcher. There we go.
Dispatch.
Yeah, logistics and dispatching. That's super dope. I should know it because I used to work for company Graybar Logistics, but it's dope. That's commendable, and I want to definitely give you your flowers, and I definitely look forward to working with you in the future so we can get you out there, get your podcast going.
And
so be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for Key. She's coming out with her own podcast pretty soon, and hopefully Truth Films and AAA Productions to be a part of that, pushing her out there to get her going, and she'll be able to help some of these other lost men and women out there. As usual, Rail, my bro, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We always come up with these crazy things, bro. We've been rocking hard since like rain. This is Tiger. Al, I swear on everything.
Hey, Al, that's the R. Kelly of the road.
Yeah,
Hey, I wanted to fuck with him so bad, but I said I'm gonna be quiet. I'm about to say he probably out there pissing on motherfuckers.
I be out there trying to save lives, man. I be spitting mad knowledge to people because a lot of people out here in the world like super lost, man. Like everything sexualized, everything sexualized. Like everything is materialistic, and a lot of that shit don't even matter. Everybody upset, depressed when they won't even take the time to just sit back and just namaste. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back and just say thank you. You going through this and that so much, but you ain't took the time. There's not one time say thank you. That problem or that issue or that downfall you going through, that's strength in that. There's always up and down. Man, I be passing on so much game to everybody who listening, especially the young ones, man. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, man. Like some listening.
You went from R. Kelly to TD Jakes. My bad, man.
Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. So before I go, I was definitely gonna say, like, me and Al probably within the last year, we probably connected more and had some real conversations, nothing to do with anything podcasting, but just everything from. And I would definitely love to bring y'all back so we can even get more in depth y'all views and everything going on in the world as not only just drivers, but just people, just as us. Black, me and Al done had plenty of them conversations, and we done had some real ass conversations. So I definitely respect this brothers from Trials and Tribulations. Black men. And so like this dope and wish we been closer longer. And because it's like whoever I'm sure I can have people in click or your story, your testimony is dope. And there's something that you kind of the energy is so dope. You're like, yo, I'm happy I got to meet you. I was one of the brothers I had there got to meet. When she came over to Red, I was like, yo, this is the different. I was like this like even though she's an East Sider, and we used to be up on they little hockey team dudes that came over there from the East Side, like it was dope. It was dope. You know what I talk about, Dave and all the other dudes from the East Side.
I couldn't really hear you. Your audio was kind of crazy.
My fault. Yeah, like you lost your headset, Mike.
Yeah. All I heard was East Side.
Huh?
I heard East Side.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear.
All right. But basically what I was saying is like Key been from the East Side. She an East Sider, and you know she Bronco this, Broncos that, and whatnot. When she came over, she was like one of those black women that you just had to respect and just had to recognize because she was funny, she was smart, but she'll whoop your ass if she had to.
I'm trying to tell you, I have changed. Namaste.
Yo, so I thank y'all for being guests. I'm hoping to bring y'all back, hoping that we can do this again. I want to get some more drivers. If y'all got friends or whatever people you know that drive and would definitely love to be a part and tell their stories and add more to it, let me know. I want to do a part 2 to this, and let's push this. Key, we gonna work. We gonna work. We about to get your
podcast at me, man. This right here is what I want to be. I want to be in entertainment. Get at me.
I got you. Real, bro. You know, me and you been talking, bro. We gonna make some things happen. So
yeah.
I'll phone call get off and whatnot. So, but I thank y'all again. This is a product of the 80s podcast brought to you by Truth Entertainment Films, also Triple A Productions. Shout out to Queens with Attitude Podcast. Shout out to my big bro D80, aka Jeremiah Kitchen, out there doing things. Be on the lookout for our web series that's available on YouTube, A Ball in a Dream. If you haven't seen season 1, go check out A Ball in a Dream on season 2. It's a dope ass web series. We've had guys everywhere from Matt Barnes shouting us out with A Ball in a Dream all the way to God damn it, he gonna kick my ass because I forgot his name. Hayden played for the Browns, now plays for the Steelers, the cornerback. And he gonna kick my ass for forgetting his name. But yo, I'm Black V. I want to thank my guest Kiki Ally. I want to thank my guest Carell Carter for your hands up. And I want to thank also Albert Taylor. And if y'all got any shots out, any people y'all want to send a shout out to or love to, please go ahead and shout them out now.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I love my mom and my brother. Shout out to y'all. And next segment, we're gonna get my girl J9 up in here. Janine,
get her up here.
J9,
we coming for you, J9. J9, we coming for you. Real, go ahead and shout out. Don't be shouting out all your Brooklyn niggas, because I know how y'all New York niggas be, man. Y'all be shouting like niggas that like didn't even live in your building.
Nah, I'm just gonna shout out to my day ones, my bro Jamal had me on here, you know what I mean? Brookline. My wife, my kids, you know. Thank you again for having me on here. Keisha, it's been a pleasure. I ain't seen you since rain.
I know, right?
Yo, shout out Tawan Bailey too. Mayweather / Bailey too, man.
Yeah, my man Billy, the Brookline boys, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, well, we gonna do this again and we gonna work. Key, I'm gonna hit you up after this because I definitely wanna put something together.
I'm about to go smoke my cigar now.
Yeah, go do your thing, bro. But thank y'all.
Love.
Peace out. Peace and love.
All right.
All right.